Can you imagine being a kindergartner with your mom owning an ice cream shop? Oh my gosh, that's heaven. It really is. Well, we're going to head back to the zoo. Kathy Marshall is pretty much committed to seeing the whole thing today. I think she doesn't get up there often. And guess what? The sculpture garden is back. It's been in storage since I think about 2012 when they started building Elephant Lands. And Kathy, I think most of us have pictures of our children sitting on some of those sculptures.
Oh, we do, Tracy, and there are plenty of pictures being taken here today. There is the hippo. That was the first sculpture here at the zoo that started it all. Krista Swan is here with us to give us a little history of this sculpture garden, and this is 4 decades, Krista.
Yeah, this sculpture garden was first put in not too far from here when I was a kid, and I remember bringing my kids here just like 10 years ago, and so it's so fun to see all these new little kids enjoying it in its new spot.
Yeah, the new spot, describe where it is so parents don't miss it.
Sure, it's on Wildlife Way, which is in between the brand new Education Center and Africa. So if you get to like Penguins and Stellar Cove, there's a pathway that comes down here and you kind of can't miss it. But a lot of families tend to go through the zoo, through their concert lawn area first and up through Africa. And so this is actually a really nice way spot because it's a nice big hill to get up.
We know what happens when kids are leaving the zoo, Krista. Yes. They're disappointed, maybe a few tears shed, and now they come upon this. And I love the story here of this bear. It's missing its ears. It's still undergoing some reconstruction. And it was because kids were rubbing its head so much?
Yeah, it's a very popular sculpture and kids love it, and it just was starting to wear down. So when we were bringing it back out of storage, it was a good opportunity to do this restoration, so it'll have many more generations of use.
In terms of the restoration, did it take the 6 years, or was that just the time period in which it was gone from Elephant Land?
Yeah, that's just the time period it was gone from Elephant Land. So we were so sad to see it go, but it was happy to get Elephant Land. So we're just glad we were able to find a spot that works so well.
And it carries the name of a zookeeper. Give us the story behind that.
The zoo director, Warren Iliff. Yeah, he's the one who first put together the sculpture garden in the 70s, and so that's why it's named for him.
A little bit of trivia here in the sculpture garden. Not all sculptures have names, but the mouse down here at the end, the mouse is known as Bitsy, and that's one of the most popular places for kids to sit. I think because it doesn't look so intimidating as some of the others.
Yeah, it's nice and short, and so kids have been on it all morning, and Bitsy is just the cutest name. I just can't even. It's so cute.
I never learned that until the reopening of the sculpture garden here. As you can see already, a very popular spot just after reopening last week. Now, Krista, thank you. You're going to take us on a continued tour this afternoon through the zoo. Our next stop is at the family farm. We'll let you know what's new there, and it involves some tiny goats. Just a little teaser for you there. But for now, we go back to you in the studio.
All right. Thanks, Kathy.